And you can see my new attire. And you can see that I'm battle ready. And you can see that from today, I don't want us to put heavy caps on my head, on our heads, but a small face cap and smart trouser and smart t-shirt, because we must go from all nooks and crannies of this country to engage our people, to tell them what we know best to do, and to let them know that we are going to rescue our country and take over the government in 2019. Therefore, on behalf of the National Executive Committee, I welcome you to the formal inauguration of the National Campaign Council. We have this historic responsibility of managing and driving our campaign for the 2019 general elections. I am confident that this assemblage of capable, courageous, and patriotic men and women will lead us successfully to realize this objective of winning the 2019 general elections in order to rescue our dear country from the hands of the APC failed government. Therefore, I charge the council, especially the management, led by the Director General and the Senate President Senator Bukola Saraki, to brace up for the challenge ahead. If you meet every day with optimism, if you confront every obstacle with determination, if you refuse to give up, if you never quit, if you approach every challenge with confidence and pride, then no dream will be beyond your reach. I charge this council that this is the motto, because it requires courageous people at this critical time in the history of our country, where every day, on daily basis, people are being killed and murdered, and the government do not care at all. Hunger on our land, people are dying because of poverty. If you look at the headlines today, the Guardian, the World Bank said that even from now till next year, if it's the same government, the economy is very, very bleak. As we go into the 2019 elections, the question confronting us as a country is that, let us make it clear right now, the big question is there any rule of law in Nigeria? No. Do we have an effective government structure in place now? No. Do we have an economic policy that can create jobs and drive prosperity? No. do we stop the killings and the insurgency in our country?
No.
It is important that we must be aware why you as an individual, you must brace up and get ready. It is not, some people will be working and some people will be somewhere else. The task before us, and indeed every PDP member, is to converse and canvass the PDP agenda, the PDP solution to these issues in the over 10,000 electoral wards and 120,000 polling units in our country. This is the point of emphasis. We must realize that we can't all be in Abuja, and the structure we're going to put in place will be very slim and smart and very effective. And our intention is to decentralize by the organigram the powers in Abuja so that the zones and the states will be able to campaign effectively so that they can deliver. Your Excellencies, distinguished leaders of our party, the PDP has a better philosophy of government and actionable policies which can get Nigeria working again. We can get this country working again. Can you say it all with me? We can get this country working again. Also, we have a credible candidate for all the elective offices who emerged through the freest and most credible primaries and congresses and conventions in the history of our country. Our presidential candidate, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, the Waziri of Adamawa, and his running mate, Mr. Peter Odili, His Excellency Peter Odili. He likes to be called Mr. Peter Obi, I'm sorry. Our governors and our governorship candidates, National Assemblies candidates and State Assembly candidates are shining example of the products of the branded PDP we intended to sell in this campaign. Therefore, we will go into the campaign with pride, passion, and conviction, and will not be deterred by any form of intimidation or harassment by the drowning ABC.
Only 8 persons are watching on YouTube.
Therefore, I will urge you all to work very hard.
It cannot slant. This phone is not
to educate our voters.
This phone cannot slant.
To ensure that they turn out in mass to vote for PDP at all levels.
This phone cannot be horizontal. This one is having a horizontal issue.
To the least position. On this note, and I believe on behalf of the National Working Committee and the National Executive Committee, the entire leadership of our party, and by the grace of God, we must be strong because they have the feeble might and we have the Almighty God. We must be strong.
Go back there. Go back.
It is time for us to inaugurate this all-important council The Director General will give you the details of the organigram, but at the top of the council is the national chairman and the presidential candidates for policy making at the council level, but effectively at the management level, that management level is headed by the Director General and the two deputies. And also, of course, we have the Deputy Chairman North of the Council, and we also have Deputy Chairman South of the Council. There were a few omissions. Some presiding officers, Emeka Ihedoha and former Speaker Bayo, they were missed out from the presiding officers who are supposed, or former presiding officers who are supposed to be members of the council. In the name of Almighty God and the support of all of you here, I inaugurate the National Campaign Council of the party for victory for the 2019 general election. May the Almighty God grant you and grant us victory. Thank you and God bless all of you.
Thank you very much. Like we said earlier, that's the statement that can make all happen. Our chairman. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I recognize the presence of our Vice Presidential candidate, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi. Please can we have a round of applause for him, a gentleman standing tall for Nigeria and for the party. Andy.
Thank you very much indeed. Your Excellencies, permit me to also recognize the immediate past Governor of Ekiti State and immediate past Chairman PDP Governors Forum. Let's please welcome His Excellency Governor Peter Ayo Fayoshe, the store. Please a round of applause for him. Thank you for coming. Having done that recognition, I stand on existing protocol to, at this point in time, invite to the podium, by the grace of God, the incoming President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, come 2019, former Vice President, the man who walks tall and knows it all. Let's please welcome His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abakar, GCON, Waziri Adamawa, to the podium for his address. Can we keep that applause coming for him, please? Your Excellency, our incoming President, sir.
Let's go to Thank you. Please be seated. We'll go down. Let us see. Let me go. PDP. PDP. Power. Let's get Nigeria working again. Atiku. Thank you very much. I welcome all of you to this formal inauguration of our Presidential Campaign Council. This is the team that will work with me to lead our party, the PDP, to victory in the presidential election scheduled for February 2019.
I congratulate all of the members of this council, and I thank you immensely for agreeing to be part of this team. You have been selected because of your immense stature, talent, skills, experience, and contributions to the success of our party and our candidates over the years. We have tried to put in place a campaign structure that will ensure uniformity in our operations. Of course, states can set up structures that address local peculiarities. However, there will be no parallel structures, so we can avoid confusion in our campaign activities and messaging. We must run a disciplined campaign that stays on message all the time. We're facing an APC government that is desperate to cling to power at all costs, which means this will be a tough, if not the toughest, presidential race since the return of democracy in our country. Therefore, we must run a focused campaign that takes nothing for granted. We must maintain eternal vigilance. It is no surprise that the government is running a campaign of personal attacks and innuendo. This is because it has failed to keep its promises to the Nigerian electorate. Having little to point to as its achievements in nearly 4 years in office, it wants to distract attention of our people by choosing personal attacks over issues. A government that has been in power for nearly its full term should be campaigning on its achievements, on its records, rather than personal attacks and fresh promises it obviously will not keep because they are not used to keeping promises. I made clear from the beginning of this journey that my will be focused on issues rather than personal attacks. And in any case, I am known character-wise abusing people or insulting people. Therefore, I enjoin you to ensure that our campaign is issues-based. We know the issues. If you don't know the issues, click www.atiku.org. The issues are there. Nigerians know that APC government has failed woefully. We have to continue to remind our people of that and also tell them what we will do differently to get Nigeria working again. I call on the leadership of our party, the PDP, to ensure that enlightened and well-trained men and women are hired as our agents at the polling stations and collation centers. It should also ensure the establishment of a functional, effective situation room to monitor the campaigns and the electoral process until the last vote is counted and the results announced. It should also address any other issues that would ensure free, fair, and credible elections. Particularly, Mr. Chairman, and party leaders and members, we must demand the removal of the Inspector General of Police. Agreed? Agreed? As members of the campaign council, you have the responsibility of working with the party leadership to ensure that these are
The new
implemented
trend, IG must go.
in a timely manner.
That trend, IG must go.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes, hashtag IG must go.
elections are
IG,
governed
yes, IG must go.
by
Hashtag,
laws
yes. They can
and
start now.
rules.
IG must go.
While it is customary to ask politicians to conduct themselves well, good laws are required to ensure credible elections. Such laws constrain the behavior of all who are involved in the electoral process, including the candidates and their supporters, security agents, and the electoral umpire, in this case, INEC. Therefore, I call on President Muhammadu Buhari to sign into law without further delay the Electoral Act amendment which is on his desk. If he is truly and really interested in the conduct of free, fair, and credible elections. My dear friends, we have a lot of work to do. Let's get to work. We have got to get Nigeria working again. Agreed? Once more, thank you for being part of this team, and I thank you all for your attention. I look forward to meeting each and every one of you as I go through the zones and the states and possibly the local governments, and also talking to Nigerians in town hall meetings. PDP! PDP! Power! Let's get Nigeria working again! Atiku!
Debate. No representation. We are ready for the debate.
I have been asked to remind APC and President Muhammadu Buhari that I, Atiku Abubakar, am ready for debate. Thank you. God bless you.
A round of applause, please. I thought we have a standing ovation, but please, let's have a standing ovation. That's a big one. He's declared and he's saying he's ready. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please be seated. Thank you very much. Thank you. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that has been done, and we're getting closer to the end of this particular event. For the next statement that will be addressing us, is people call him Oloye or leader. The nation calls him the Senate President. Today we call him the Director General of the mother of all campaigns in Sub-Saharan Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, to move the vote of thanks and to accept this huge duty, I call most respectfully our new DG campaign, His Excellency, Senator Bukola Saraki.
Right for the chairman of our great party, Prince Ichesukundus, our presidential candidate, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, inshallah the next incoming president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Our vice presidential candidate, Peter Obi, our former vice president, chairman BOT, your excellencies, our governors here, our members of the National Assembly, our former presiding officers, members of the National Assembly, members of the NEC, elders, stakeholders, party members, ladies and gentlemen. PDP! PDP! Let's get Nigeria working again! Atiku! Thank you very much. That is the voice of people who are getting ready to take over power. On behalf of all the members of the Council, Presidential Campaign Council, the management, I speak on their behalf to honorably accept this position of us being members of Council and also members of management. We feel greatly honored by this, being the few that have been chosen to take on this responsibility. And so I'm happy to be in front of you today as we start the campaign that will herald the turning point in the affairs of our great country. Looking at the eminent and very able persons we have today, strong commitment party stewards of our great party, PDP, I am energized and encouraged that this Presidential Campaign Council is ready and is ready to go. We are constituted for success, and I can feel that we are ready for it. And that victory is within our grasp. The time is right for the expected masses buying of millions of Nigerians who will get on board the campaign to get Nigeria working again and elect Alhaji Atiku Abubakar as the next president of Nigeria. I believe I speak for all of us when I say it is an immense honor, and for myself and give every member of this council that will be taking the message across every nook and cranny of this Nigeria, we will reset the button of this country and take her back onto the path to lead to progress and development. We thank the party under the strong and purposeful leadership of Prince Uche Secondus and our presidential flag bearer for this opportunity. The chairman's style is quiet and purposeful, sure and steady hand he gets things going. This is the maker of this campaign. It is going to be a campaign about issues. They don't have issues to discuss, that's why they resort to abuses. Ours will be a campaign to let Nigerians know that we offer them a better life, a better future, if they vote for PDP. And we challenge the other party. Let us discuss the issues that are before us. Let us discuss how we're going to make Nigeria a better place, how we make it more secure, and how we improve the low poor level and high level of poverty that is in our country. To members of the Presidential Campaign Council we're inaugurating today, I will say we have been called to serve. There are so many people who wish to be in this esteemed council, but you were chosen, or we were chosen. This is a vote of confidence in us by the party, and we thank the party for this great honor done for us and for highly significant duty imposed on us. And in doing that, let us work together. Let us show commitment, let us show decisiveness, let us show energy, and let us move this country forward. Let me therefore take this opportunity to issue a rallying call to all our members of the council in this to all go back home and energize our base from local government, ward, down to the polling unit for a message of vote PDP all the way. The task before us is of utmost importance because we are at a turning point in the history of this country. And we must devote every moment in putting PDP back into government come February 2019. The future and well-being of every Nigerian depends on this. History is calling to us. We must not fail. We must see ourselves as soldiers with a common goal. That is getting Nigeria working again and selling the PDP mandate and candidate to all Nigerians. Let us do our very best to ensure victory for our great party in the 2019 presidential election. Let us stand strong and defend our vote. Let us stand strong and deliver our vote on the election day. We can do it. We are capable of doing it. And by God's guidance, we will do it. Let me, as I speak, also emphasize that in the states, let us ensure that we have an inclusive campaign, one structure that will work for all the candidates at all levels. This is very important so that we can deliver PDP at all elections. As we all depart to go back to our states, please ensure that we all work hard for this great party. After today's inauguration, there will be the intention of establishing standing committees, which will involve more members, more stakeholders in the party, so that more people will be involved. Each and every person will have a role to play because it involves all of us. And also, we will also be establishing 2 councils, an elders council and a youth council. It's important also for the youth, who are very important in our program and in our agenda in Nigeria today, to also be part of it. As the chairman has said, the work is not here lacking in our headquarters. It is back at the bases. So we encourage that we all go to the grassroots. On the part of the management, we will stay in touch and continue to communicate with us to see how best that will provide the best results. The rallies will kick off in the next week, and also there are not only rallies, there will be town hall meetings, there will be road shows. We will put energy back into this country, because this country lacks energy at the moment. We will bring life back into this country, because this country needs life into this country. And we believe that we have somebody who is best prepared, who has been waiting, as well prepared. Nobody has been well prepared to be president than a presidential candidate who is ready to make Nigeria. So to Nigerians who are watching, we have started the journey. We took a small break, everything starts from today. Here we go. To take Nigeria to where it belongs to. Let's get Nigeria working again. Atiku, 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 Atiku. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. On this note, I thank you, and let us all go charge and go and deliver PDP to the entire country. Thank you so much.
A round of applause for His Excellency, distinguished Senator Dr. Abubakar Bukola Saraki, CON, is still on the podium. Let's listen to him, please.
Just a few, most important thing of my mission. As we start the campaign, before we start the campaign, everything is important. We put to prayers. And one of the decisions of the council and the party, all our Muslim party members on Friday, and that is tomorrow, we'll be going for the Muslim prayers to lead. We'll put everything in God's hand for us. And on Sunday, the chairman and the vice president candidate will also be leading our members of prayers. So by the time we start on Monday in Sokoto, we would go from then on to victory. I thank you all. Thank you so much.
Can we have another resounding applause for the Director General of the Campaign Council? Very quickly, before we bring it to a close, I'd like to recognize the presence of His Excellency Right Honorable Emeka Ihedioha, distinguished Senator Dino Melaye, Mr. Bolaji Abdullahi, former Minister of Sports, Chief ABC Mwosu, former Minister of the Federal Republic, former Governor of Kogi State, Captain Idris Wada, Ambassador Fidelia Njeze, and so very many distinguished ladies and gentlemen. This actually brings us to the end of his inaugural ceremony. As we go, please, I'd like that the campaign council members, you already know yourselves, you're going to be having a group photograph with the candidates and the Director General, Chairman of the party, and members of the head table on this side of the divide very quickly. But if this space can't take us, then we'll do it outside. Do we do it here, sir, Mr. Chairman? Group.
I allowed you to take your shot.
Okay, the group photograph is hereby suspended. Please sit down. We are not done yet. We'd like to invite very quickly the same gentleman who prayed for us earlier on. We're just having the... Okay, this time let me invite Deputy Governor of Bayelsa State, Rear Admiral Jonah, retired, and immediate Mr. Bolaji Abdullahi, please, for the closing prayers. Can we have both of you give us the closing prayers, please?
Our Father and our God, we thank you very much for today. We thank you for your blessing. We thank you for understanding. We thank you for new hope for Nigeria. We thank you for the selection of the team, and we pray that as we have resolved to move this country forward, your spirit will go with the team, will go with all of us, so at the end of the day, we'll achieve success to the glory of your name and the benefit of all Nigerians. In Jesus' name I pray.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Oh Allah, we thank you for a successful event today. As we set out on one of the biggest assignments of our political career, we pray to you to guide us, to protect us, and to continue to show us the way and grant us the wisdom to deliver a successful campaign and to lead this country to greater heights. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Just as we close, please, just give us a few seconds. The DJ is back to the microphone.
So just a short announcement for the directors and for a meeting straight after this. The Deputy Director General Operations, Antoli Elimoke, Deputy Director General Admins, Samuel Turaki's son, Contact Organization National Organizing Secretary, Director Youth Leader, Director Women Leader, Director of Finance, National Financial Secretary, Director of Media, National Publicity Secretary, Publicity and Research, Dr. Garba Umar, Intelligence Ambassador Ahmed Magaji, Field Operation and Logistics, Honorable Benga Dunwaye, Support Groups, Dr. Natha Yaduma, Special Duties, Dr. Baraka Sani, Communication Strategy, Malam Bolaji Abdullahi, CUPP and Interparty, Senator Ben Obi, Liga, National Legal Advisor, CSO, Senator Dino Milai, Diaspora, Professor Hujili, and please, if you have it, we have a meeting straight after this. Thank you.
Thank you. Just as we bring this to a close, we'd like to please clear the thoroughfare. We have a national anthem coming. Mr. Femi Fani-Kayode, your presence is recognized. Let's have a national anthem, please. Please, let's clear the thoroughfare and allow for our principals to leave and the rest.